Good morning, everybody. I've lost track of time. I think it's day 6. Headed back out to the blind. It's about 32 degrees. Got a good wind today, good strong wind, so it's going to make it feel a lot cooler, but it'll be nice in that blind. Got my longtime hunting partner with me for the next couple days, and we'll check you out shortly. Well, my partner, Will, he's down there at the ladder stand, and he's seen 3 does. Said 3 small does came in. He let those pass, and then that was about 6:45 this morning, and then he grunted a small buck in, and it ran up the hill behind him. So I've tried something different in this blind. I just brought the inner liner down to where it's right at my shoulder height as I'm sitting on the stool. And so the only thing that's above the cover is my head. And that allows me to be able to sit down and view out of all 3 windows without standing all day long. You seen earlier in video that the deer that I did get on camera here didn't seem to mind the fact that the blind was it was nothing but the screen, so I didn't get it out as early as I normally want to, but I put this blind up, and I'll leave it out all the way through late muzzle loader season, which is in the middle of December, assuming that I'm still going to be hunting or anything. Yeah. So the wife just got done editing part 1, and I'll go back at lunch. I'm going to go and post that, and we're going to have a part 2 as the actual packing and loading stuff up and getting it down here, and then this will all be part 3, the hunt itself. Depending on the success, I may do a part 4, maybe a little bit of processing and cooking. We'll see how that goes. Okay, let's see what happens here. The wind's finally died down, and that's a good thing. It's still about 31 degrees, but that wind makes it so much worse. And it's funny because I'm so ready to pull the trigger on getting rid of the camper and getting a wall tent. And I've been watching too many YouTube videos of these guys up in northern Minnesota camping and hunting out of a tent, that it's just fired me up to want to go back to old school. And my partner Will, he was saying that, he said if we were 30 again, he'd understand, but you got to kind of like the comfort. It is nice to be able to walk into the camper and just slide a switch over and go from 30 degrees to 70 in a matter of minutes. But I don't know, something about the tent and the wood stove and getting that fire going and cooking off the stove and all that is just, that, to me, that's the camping. That's the life. That's what YouTube has done to me. Watching Joe and Zach Survival, Trey's Runs Wild, couple others out there, but Joe and Zach Survival, you can't beat that. That's good family. That's what camping and deer hunting's all about. Duck hunting, spring fishing trip, the winter trip. It's all about family. It's about what drew me to that channel more than anything was I could see myself with my son and my youngest daughter when she'd go deer hunting with me and stuff, and a lot of memories there. A lot of memories. Yeah, Will's got his blind set up, sitting up here on top of this point, looking down into you might be able to see it. That's that ladder stand I was hunting on yesterday. Now we're up here on the top to where you can see that whole valley. You can see the bean field on the other side there. Deer come up through this way. And this leads all the way back up to the Hoke Sit. Trying to move slow so I don't get you dizzy. And then back up this way. Toward the lake. It's a pretty good spot. I think this will do it. Well, I got a doe up here, and I think I'm gonna drop it. It's a nice sized doe. I might wait a minute here and see if a buck comes up behind it. I'm gonna put some meat on the pole. It's day 6 in the afternoon. We only got a couple more days to the weekend, and that's it. Yeah, she's down. She ran about maybe 30 yards, stopped, and then fell to the ground. We're going to sit here and let her sit for a little bit. She's done thrashing. Meat on the pole. Yeah, put the shot right behind the shoulder. Good hit. Right on the ground. And back up here is my stand, or my blind rather. So afternoon of day 6, big doe down, meat on the pole. Okay, so right here is a ladder stand that's off the trail. And this doe ran pretty much the same path the buck I shot last year. Come down this hill and cuts toward the trail that ladder stand is sitting on. So all I got to do is drag probably about 10-15 feet over to the trail, back the four-wheeler up here, load her up in the wagon, and head to the barn. It's 4:07 right now, 35 degrees out, still got about a 10-mile-an-hour wind, which makes it feel like 28 out here. It's a little nippy, but yeah, there she is. Good doe. So here we go. Nice doe on the ground here. About a 25-yard shot. She ran probably about another 25 yards. Dropped to the ground. So got a shot right here, just behind the shoulder. Bled good. Died quick. Meat on the pole. Well, good morning. It's day 7, and started out at 19 degrees this morning. It's sitting at 20 right now. It's going to stay in the low 20s until about noon. Then it'll get in the 30s to the high 30s by the end of the day, with 40 being the high for today. So about a 4-mile-an-hour wind coming from the southwest, which makes it feel like 14 degrees outside. And it doesn't take much wind to make it feel cold. So speaking of cold, slept warm last night. We went into town, got a heater. Stopped at Golden Corral, stuffed myself, ate like I've never eaten before. And then got back, and when we got back, my hunting partner, Will, he said, "Do you smell propane?" And at the front of the trailer camper there, where the 2 propanes hooked up, when I hooked a new one up, I took the empty one out and just set it on the ground, and there was actually gas just leaking from the line that wasn't connected to a tank. My lever was switched over, everything was the way it's supposed to be, and I'm sure I had tanks like that before, but for some reason you could smell gas leaking out of there. So we put a tank on it, an empty tank on it, tightened it down, went inside, started the furnace up, and it fired right up first try. So that was the issue all along. And now we went on and turned the electric heater on, and once we got it warmed up to about 69 degrees in the camper, then that electric one, it maintained that temperature, and the furnace never had to kick on all night long, on and off, on and off. So that was kind of peaceful and quiet. Got up this morning, Will fixed him a pot of coffee, and that temperature went up to 72, and that's a little warm for me, but it was good to know we had a good night's sleep and a warm camper. We didn't freeze to death, and I sure didn't want that to happen. Okay, we got meat on the pole, and I'm gonna wait out, see if we can't get us a big buck out of here somewhere. We'll see how it goes this morning. We got a deer right over here. I couldn't tell if it was a buck or a doe, but it's just on the edge of the hill. 6:21, I believe. I don't think there's any wind blowing right now. It should be a good morning here. The mature does walked off. I was actually standing right over there in the edge of the thicker stuff. You can see her moving now. She's going deeper into it. The yearling's right here. She's getting ready to go in. She suspects something. I got a deer right over the hill here, just blowing like crazy. I'm not making any noise. I haven't had one smell me or blow yet, so I don't know what's got this thing all excited. It was blowing loud, but now it's obviously stopped as soon as I started recording. Oh, there you go. I don't know that anybody else is out here. I haven't seen anybody on the other property. And I've seen at least 2 deer come down the hill over there in the distance. So if somebody was in that stand, they would have taken a shot by now. But this deer here came up and it just started blowing. It never came in sight. I don't know what the deal is here. I did hear some squirrels, but I don't have issues with squirrels, but there were some squirrels up here just carrying on. It could be they spooked him off. One will never know. Well, I didn't get it picture loaded up, but I got his doe loaded up in the back, mine in the back. It's going to go up in my blind this afternoon. Try to get another one, and we'll see where it goes from there. 2 nice does, a lot of burger. Well, like I said, Will hunted out of my blind this afternoon and ended up shooting a spike and a doe, bringing it up now. Nice doe.
They're in the It ain't as big as doe as I thought. It's a button buck. This one here, I think I can. Absolutely no pointers. I shot them both right in the mouth. This one here is a lot smaller than what I thought it was when I shot it. Still okay.
Hell, time for some deer chili and a Jack and Coke, and listen to the Kentucky-Georgia post-game show. It don't get much better than this. End of day 7.
We do this right. You're done, right?
Yeah.
That cool off. You move your boots out of the way. We'll flip it off this way. Oh!
I bet that's hot down there.
It's a little warm. I wouldn't call it hot, but it's warm. Oh.
Now we're down here at Deer Camp 2022. Oh man. Beach Grove, Kentucky. Just finished up a couple bowls of Barbie's world famous chili. Put a couple more logs on the fire. Have another Jack and Coke. Call her night. Pretty successful hunt. Ended up with 5 deer total. Not too bad. First night we had without a lot of wind where we could even get a decent fire going. A little cool out, but fire's
Just think, wasn't that long ago we were in a burn ban.
It'll be late black powder in the middle of December. We'll be back. Y'all take care. Heading out tomorrow morning. Well, it's a beautiful Sunday morning here. Got the sun out. 0 wind. It's nice and calm. Beautiful day to hunt. However, we're all packed up and getting ready to head back to the barn. Hang some deer, do some skinning, and we're going to call it a very successful December 22 Kentucky modern gun deer season. And y'all take care now. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and hit that notification bell, and you'll know when my next one comes up. Y'all take care. Bye.